Hi, Sandra Schlappitz here at Naples. I am the Chair of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion. And today we have a special guest, a dearly friend of mine, is Shalonda Washington. Thank you for being here today. Before we delve into discussion about Black History Month and its significance for our business, could you please share a little bit about your story? I know that from a struggling teen, you are the permit queen. So explain that.
Wow, you did your research.
I did.
Yes, well, growing up, born and raised here in Naples, growing up in River Park Apartments in the projects here in Naples, Florida. My mother struggled with drug addiction, crack cocaine and heroin, and due to that, my grandmother had to take custody of me and my siblings, which was a lot for her. She only had a 6th grade education, and my grandmother cleaned homes for a living. And so we lived on bare necessities. I know it's Naples, and when I say projects, they're like, that's not the projects, right? But it was all we knew. It was that box that we were placed in. And so we were on government housing in that area. The government housing was there. And food stamps as well. And so that's how I grew up, without my mother, without my father, and my grandmother worked all the time. So I had to learn and grow up quick, because I had, my smaller brothers that was there for a while. And with that, I struggled. I struggled with my identity. I struggled with purpose. I struggled with, just being okay with me and knowing who I was, right? And so with that came insecurities and different things. And so I ended up getting pregnant early in life at age 14 years old. And being pregnant at 14 at Naples High School, they called me in, the counselors, and they stated to me that, it might be best for me to take my GED. Because there was no TAP programs back then. There was nowhere to take your babies. There was no other place to place a girl walking around with the stomach. And it was basically a liability. But thank God for Mrs. Terry, which is actually Roy Terry's wife. She overheard the counselor's disruptions, because that's what it was. It was something to disrupt me in my purpose in life. But they only knew what they knew. They didn't have the resources at that time, but she overheard them and she said, you do not have to do that. And she found me a tutor that came to my home, tutored me, Mr. Gasparino. He's the one who started the first adult education in Collier County. And he tutored me. And I took all my final exams at home. I had my baby, successfully got through that school year, and continued to thrive from there and focusing on what I needed to provide for me and my baby.
Wow, what a story. We all have a story, and this one is really a story of inspiration. And thank you to be open and share with us your story. So as we all know, February marks the Black History Month, a time dedicated to celebrate to achievements, the ones that you have accomplished. So in what ways does your life and your business recognize and honor the Black history?
Wow. I would say, coming from adversity, as an African American young girl at that time, having to grow up into a woman, because life don't wait, right? And overcoming those obstacles to fast forward to today, and knowing that I could be something. I could have exactly what I desired. Knowing that I could come out of a system that was comfortable for you to stay there. And I'll explain. When having my baby, and after, finishing high school, I had to go on government assistance. So now here's the cycle repeating itself, right? I needed government housing. I needed food stamps in order to take care of my baby. Even with working multiple low income jobs, it still wasn't enough. And when I went to I guess they call it ACDC back then, office, to apply for these things, and then I showed her my income, she was like, well, honey, you'll be better off quitting all those jobs and let us give you checks for your housing, give you a check every month to pay your, to give you food stamps. You'd make more money that way than than keeping your jobs and trying to excel. And that did something on the inside of me. And it made me, I said, well, when do I get an increase?
Yeah.
How do I increase? Do I always have to stay on this level? And I gave it up. At that moment, I had no idea what I was going to do, how I was going to do it, but I knew that wasn't it. And so from that, I think that is what built the character, the stamina. I'm a pivot queen. I know how to pivot under pressure because that's all I did my whole life. And so that, I think, is due to being worthy of celebrating this Black History Month.
Wow. Yes, great. Thank you. I applaud that. And I mean, you're giving me the chills with all what you're saying. But what are you doing? What is your next step?
Well, right now I'm in the reinvention stage. I'm pursuing a second career that's merging with what I already do. I'm the owner of Reliable Permitting and BSS Inc., which is a permitting service. I've served corporate clients like Lowe's Home Centers, Home Depot, Tesla, also Babcock Ranch, which is a solar community, obtaining permits for those. And now, right now, my biggest niche is the open permit industry, which is, as you know, as a realtor, it's a problem when you're trying to close your deals. And so the title company tell you have problems, but who's going to solve them? The permit queen, right? But with that, I also saw the opportunity to become a realtor and to further help my clients. What better way to know everything about, and I've been in real estate for over 27 years. And so I don't want to leave, let me say it this way, I don't want to leave nothing on the table. When I leave here, I want to leave empty, totally empty. So that is my biggest accomplishment right now, in obtaining employees and an office building, and supplying other people's families now with income and resources.
And I heard that when we talked outside this the last time. So tell me, what are those specific events, programs that your business is organizing and participated to actually commemorate the Black history and to help others to achieve what you achieved?
Absolutely. Well, we have an organization that is Washington Family Ministry. We have Washington Family Life Center. And with that, we mentor young men, girls. We have a women's mentorship, positioning her for purpose. And we have the junior kingsmen and we have the junior queens. Wow. And it gives them life skills to be able to know how to function. All of these men, women, children, and boys and girls come from the same place my husband and I come from, and our business is a husband and wife owned and ran family owned business. So we have a passion to show them what it looks like. You know, my biggest motto is if you can see her, you can be her. But there was another flip side to that. I can't be something I never seen. And so it's important that I be my authentic self, that I tell my story, and that I let them know I can identify, but that's not the end.
Yeah, that they can keep
They
growing.
can do it too. Absolutely.
Great, great. I love it. It's very inspiring. Tell me, we're going to close with it. What message would you like to share with other businesses, with other women, and with other people that they are out there searching for knowledge, or maybe I would say, what would be the awareness for the Black history to be out there to help others to achieve better results?
Well, first I would say that in the Black culture, I think there have been a lot of limitations because we have not been, like for myself, I'm trailblazing. So when I face obstacles or I face things that I've never been trained, I don't know how to, write a business plan. I don't know how to really speak, or I don't know, the tools that you would need, that you would think you need to be successful. I would say just take the limits off and be fearless, because everyone, if you have that passion, desire to have a business or to be successful, then you acquire the skills. So you just have to take the limits off and be fearless. Or, I'm not gonna say be fearless, we all experience fear. Do it in fear. And you'll be shocked and you'll be surprised, because that's exactly what I did. And so in the Black History Month, I'm just so grateful to be a part of a culture and a heritage that has a solid foundation, a spiritual foundation, because you know, our ancestors, they prayed, they sang praises. That's what got them through. And there's a sense of knowing there's something greater on the inside. That's why they never lost hope. So I would say, don't lose hope, don't give up, take the limits off, research, reach out. One of the biggest stigmas that I find in the African American community is the stigma of, you know, counseling or getting the help you need or asking for help because of pride. That's a big thing. And I stayed in a place for a while because I've never seen that done, and I didn't even know where to start or who to ask and what to look for. So I would just say that.
Wow, thank you very much. Anything else that you would like to say?
No, I don't think there's anything else. I'm just honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for making time. I know you are the queen. I know you help many times many of my clients, so I'm very happy to have you on part of my life, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.